What's up, guys? Before the video starts, I just want to thank my good friend Saul Swollman for helping me out with this video, because if it wasn't for him, I don't think I would be ever making this video. And this is my first ever collab video with someone, so I hope you guys do enjoy.
All right, I just wanted to thank Astrofellow. He is a good friend of mine, and I appreciate him giving me a platform to speak on something that I'm deeply passionate about. Before I start, I just want to make it clear that while I'm going to lay out 3 reasons why I think working out every day can change your life, that doesn't mean that I necessarily think that you should work out every single day. Instead, I'm going to offer an alternative, which is to say that I think that you should move every single day. Because the reality is that most people who get into lifting with full force intensity burn out. And I've seen that happen with a lot of my friends. And I've seen them switch to things like bouldering, which is great, because it offers them a new kind of challenge that lifting didn't. All this to say, when I say work out every day, this could be walking, this could be bouldering, this could be yoga, this could be running, this could be lifting, this could be playing a sport. It could be whatever it is you want. The point is, move your body, use some energy, and remind your body that it's alive. So, reason number 1, your body literally craves it. Now, I don't think this is something that most people realize until they actually exercise regularly, and this wasn't obvious to me either. But the truth is that we're built to move, and when we do, whether it's lifting, walking, stretching, it literally changes your brain chemistry. You'll think more clearly, you won't have brain fog, your anxiety will go down, and your focus will improve a lot. And that's all backed by real studies. So if you're mentally stuck or overwhelmed, just daily movement can make a huge difference. If we compare that to just like lying around all day scrolling, which I'm not saying that to call anyone out, because I'm not better, sometimes I do that myself. As somebody who trains and lives this lifestyle, I notice the difference when I don't move. And I know a lot of people do as well. Reason number 2 is that it builds your identity. And I think this one's actually kind of underrated, because when you show up for yourself every single day, even if it's only 20 minutes, you're proving something that you follow through the things you set out to achieve, right? That you respect yourself enough, be a man of your word. So you're not just building muscle or getting better at something, right? You're literally building your willpower, and that just reinforces that you're the kind of person who doesn't fold under pressure, and that can bleed in other parts of your life. So the way I was kind of looking at this is kind of like a circle. It's a self-serving circle, right? The results that you get are going to be physical, mental, emotional, and they're going to feed back your confidence. And the more you keep showing up, the better this gets. So it becomes a loop. Show up, you feel better, keep showing up. Reason number 3 is that it gives you control. It actually took me a while to think of a third reason. I had those first 2 really mapped out, but thinking of the third one was the difficult challenge, and I think I figured it out, and that's that when life gets messy, people are unpredictable, plans can fall through, you get hit with stress that you didn't want, all of that is out of your hands, but training, moving, that's something you can control every single day. And some days, that might be the only thing that feels like is still in your hand. So if you're conflicted on whether or not you feel like going to the gym today, always ask yourself, who do you want to be? Do you want to be the person that lets your emotions decide how your day goes? Or do you want to claim back something, even if it's just a short workout, and just do the thing that you promised yourself that you would do? I'll be honest, this one's not necessarily about me, right? I train consistently. I go on a walk every single day. I hit the gym 4 days a week, but I know for a lot of people, the training can become a form of therapy. So that 45 minutes to an hour in the gym, that quiet, the peace, that's where a lot of people work through things. Yeah, this can be really beneficial. So those are my 3 reasons. They're not going to apply for everyone, and I'm definitely not here pretending that I've got it all figured out, but speaking for myself, as somebody who trains consistently, it just gives my life a lot of structure, a lot of clarity, a sense of direction, purpose, and as I said, it's self-serving in the best way. So I think that everybody should exercise, and I'm going to end this off by saying, never give up control, live life on your own terms. That is something that Walter White said, but I think it resonates, and for this specifically, but that's what I've got, and thanks again, Astro Fellow.
Now, for the cons of this video, one of them I would say is the cost of the gym and the overcrowding. Now, if you're someone that goes to a public gym, you already know how the struggle of finding or waiting for a machine is, especially when a gym has only a few of those machines that you want to use. And I would say that's a pretty downside for a lot of the reasons why working out has a lot of cons. And it's not a big deal. At the end of the day, you could always work out from home, and there's always different alternatives. But at the end of the day, the gym always will offer more machines, offer more workout methods for for you, so it's quite beneficial. But at the same time, nowadays especially, it's very overcrowded, and it costs a lot for the limited machines you can do when you go and do your 6 p.m., 7 p.m., or even morning workouts sometimes. The second thing I would say is it's very easy to get injured. Now, this is a no-brainer fact about the gym. At the end of the day, it's all about your posture and how much weight you put on that machine that you're doing. One small thing that you do, one small mistake, one small wrong position, and you are injuring yourself for maybe long term, short term, and it'll cause you to not be able to go to the gym for a long time or not work out for a long time. And I have a few stories of my friends that pushed themselves to the limit or pushed themselves to a point where they got injured and still wanted to keep themselves in shape, which of course on where you injure yourself. But for example, for me, I once injured my shoulder from a simple workout that everyone has probably once done in their lives, and for 3 months I could not work out with my shoulder. And because of that, your routine gets messed up, and then you're kind of back at square one. Now, the last thing is one of the most important things in my opinion, and that's mental pressureness. Now, when we go to the gym with our friends or in groups or we're trying to impress people, the norm to show off is always the higher weight and the heavier. That's what's impressive. That's what people go to the gym for. Well, not everyone, but people that are young, that are teenager, younger adults, it's all about lifting higher weights and seeing who can do the most weight most of the time when you go in groups. But at the end of the day, it's all about how comfortable you are, and that's what's important. You should keep yourself in a comfortable state, a comfortable weight, and not overdo it. And when you go with people, it sometimes comes with that pressure you shouldn't let get to your head, because at the end of the day, you should always stay with the comfortable weight that you're at, because if you just go higher when you're not used to it, like I said previously, you'll injure yourself, and that might just ruin your progressive state of going to the gym and throw you off balance, and you might not even be able to lift the same, and it might even scare you from working out again because you don't want to injure yourself. And so it's important to consider these things when you go to the gym, that you should always be comfortable with what you're lifting and don't overboard because you're with people. But either way, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and again, big thanks to Saul Swollman for helping me with this video. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be posting it, and I'll leave all his socials down below so you guys can check it out. I'm trying to get him to post again, so if you guys want to follow or subscribe, or I would strongly suggest it, as he has a pretty good documentary on the way, and I think you guys should definitely tune in for that. If you guys enjoyed, it's been Fellow, and remember, stay smart.